All right, so if you told me 5 years ago that I'd be running a YouTube channel focused on medicine, I probably would have laughed. Let's be honest, it's a bit of a departure from my decades-long career as a systems and data analyst. Oh, and I have a master's degree in software engineering, so no, I'm not your typical healthcare professional or a medical expert. But sometimes life pushes you in unexpected directions, and in my case, that push came in the form of 8 doctors telling me I had 3 forms of hysteria, when in reality, I was suffering from something completely different. Let's rewind for a second. My background is all about systems, data analysis, and logic. Things that make sense, things you can track, things you can prove. For decades, that's what I did for a living. I worked in systems design, software testing, and data analysis, pulling apart complex problems and using information to find real solutions. While it might seem like a leap, that's exactly why I'm here talking to you about medicine today. Because I found myself in the middle of the messiest, most frustrating medical mystery, and no one was getting it right. Okay, here's what happened. I lost the ability to stand up, just like that, out of the blue. And from doctor after doctor, I kept hearing the same thing, hysteria, but rebranded as conversion disorder, functional neurologic disorder, la belle in de France. 8 different doctors told me this. 8. Let me just say, I know what data looks like when it's pointing in the wrong direction, and this diagnosis, it was way off. I wasn't just being dismissed, I was being ignored at one of the lowest points in my life. It wasn't a mental health issue, it was myasthenia gravis, a rare autoimmune disorder that affects the muscles. And while I was sitting there, literally unable to get on my feet, doctors, 8 of them, not one of them a psychiatrist, were telling me it was all in my head. Now, I in no way believe mental illness is shameful or something that, if diagnosed correctly, would diminish me as a person. But when I got sick, I fought against and blaming my mind because I fully believed that accepting it would prevent me from getting the care my body needed. Here's the thing. When you're trained to spot patterns, troubleshoot system glitches, and analyze data, you can't just sit back and accept answers that don't make sense. You dig deeper, you ask questions, and you don't stop until you find the real problem. That's how I approached my misdiagnosis. When you've got 8 doctors waving you off, it's easy to feel helpless, but my background gave me the tools to keep pushing for answers. And you know what? It paid off. Eventually, I got the right diagnosis, but not before going through a nightmare that could have been avoided if someone had only listened, really listened. So why did I start this channel? Because there are too many people like me, people who suddenly find themselves in the worst trouble of their lives only to be ignored, misdiagnosed, or told they're just imagining things. I'm not here as a doctor, but as someone who knows what it's like to be on the receiving end of bad medicine. And let me tell you, when doctors get it wrong, they get it dangerously wrong. My goal is to help you advocate for yourself, ask the right questions, and navigate the confusing and often frustrating world of healthcare. No one should feel powerless in a system that's supposed to be helping them. My story isn't just about a bad experience with doctors, it's about taking control when the system fails you. My background in analysis gave me the tools to question the process, and now I want to share that mindset with you. This channel is all about empowerment, whether it's helping to bust the myths, expose the fallible reality of modern medicine, or cut through the bias and grandiosity preventing effective doctor-patient partnerships. Partnerships. It's about helping you feel comfortable questioning diagnoses, pushing for the right tests, firing ineffective practitioners, or even just understanding the medical jargon they throw at you. Because trust me, no one should have to go through what I did. So stick around, hit that subscribe button, and let's make sure you never get stuck with the wrong diagnosis, or worse, a doctor who doesn't listen. Welcome to the channel, and let's start advocating for our health together.